Hello, you beautiful people. Ah, hey, hi everyone.
Oh,
How's it going? Hmm?
it's going.
It's going. It's Friday. Is everybody exhausted today? It's been an emotional week for a lot. We're good?
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. Um, I'm a little tired today. I've been decluttering this week. I don't know what. I joined a 21-day decluttering workshop. These two women that were there, feng shui experts, and they presented at that conference that I was speaking at. And I was really like, oh, this is amazing. The information that they brought us about how much you can clean energy up in your house. It was very, very informative. And so they had a special, this 21 day of decluttering. I'm like, oh, I could use that for sure. I'll do this. And it was kind of, join and pay and bring a friend. And so my friend and I that were there, we were like, okay, let's do this. What was I thinking? It's like I got lots going on right now. Do I really need to? But actually, I've been doing it and it's really good because they send you a message. It's kind of set up like my clearing debris through forgiveness, where you get a message every day. And um, so I'm doing both clearing debris through forgiveness and 21 days of decluttering. And don't they just go together? Like clearing the debris in my house as well as inside. And I'm writing this chapter in this book that I want to have it done. Well, they have deadlines and to be done by before Christmas and pretty much done. So I'm like, okay, my deadlines are the end of no, what month are we in? November. So yeah. But the clearing debris is good and the decluttering is good. I've been decluttering my linen closet, which now looks really nice. And this morning I took care of the jewelry. I had boxes of old jewelry, like just those jewelry parties that were so popular for a while. And they're just, I'm like, oh, what do I do with this stuff? Like, I don't want to throw it out. It's nice stuff, right? So I actually got an invite this morning to go on Monday locally. Moccasin House is a First Nations cultural society that does a lot of, cultural events and lessons and learning. And the woman that is on the board, she messaged me, she said, it's short notice, but we're having a gathering on Monday from 1 to 4. We have this particular elder coming. Would you like to come? And we're going to be doing some beading and leather work. And if you want to paint, you can paint. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a fabulous little, like, get me away from everything and let me just, do this. So I'm like, yeah. And then afterwards, I thought, oh, that's where I can take all this jewelry and donate it to them for all of their, because there's some really cool little, stones and beads and gems, like some real stone beads and um, little symbols and stuff. And I remember that from my circles with my shaman, like just you can't have enough little things to attach to your medicine bags and yeah. So I'm hoping they take it. So, uh, and it's funny because there seems to be a let's clear space, let's clear energy trend going around. There's a lot of people around me that just went, "Oh yeah, I was just cleaning out my closet too." And yeah. So, might be the time. I don't know, the energy, the astrology. So, Dottie has said she won't be here. And I'm not sure about Sandy. I need to reach out to her. She hasn't. responded back. She's got some stuff going on. So, and there's Laura. I was just going to say, and Laura. Perfect. Ah, hello. Okay. How is it going so far with this Mystic Biz portion from the first 2 weeks? What are your thoughts? Are you stuck? Are you like still working through something, or are you feeling like, no, this has been good? Let me just hear from you guys. Unmute yourselves. You're good. We're just a little group. And um anybody got some thoughts to start us off?
Okay, I'll go.
Thank you, Heather.
So I decluttered my living room, deep cleaned, decluttered all of it on Sunday, I think it was. So interesting. It does seem to be a theme. The other thing that is a big theme right now are portals. Like I started thinking about portals probably 7 or 8 months ago, and it just seems like everybody's doing portals right now. So that's interesting to me too. Anyway, back to the business thing. I'm doing the clearing debris through forgiveness. I just created a mentorship program. Trying my best to stay on top of this program, building my art business. So I've been thinking a lot about the content, but I haven't really taken the time to sit down and focus on it. So that's kind of
That's
where
cool.
I'm at. Yeah.
Tell me more about your membership program.
Well, so I'm an EFT practitioner, and I sort of, I don't know, I work for an online EFT school right now, and I grade the assignments and I do skills coaching. And so I've kind of kept my foot in as a practitioner. I work with the students because that's really where my passion is. And I can maintain my energy that way. I was working with a lot of trauma, got burned out, and sort of set it aside and picked up art. But so some of the students have asked me over the months, like, can we still work with you once we get out of school? And my answer's been yes, but my schedule is super limited. And so 5 of them said, hey, can you please start something for us? And I couldn't say no, because it was just like in here, like, you have to do it. It's time. And so I put it together, and in like 2 days, threw it together, built a classroom, like put it all, like, it's basic nuts and bolts right now. Had our first call on Wednesday, have 6 people in there, and I really haven't done anything other than a quick video and an email. So yeah.
So will it be kind of a live gathering kind of membership, or are you
Yeah.
putting lessons in there?
Right now it's one live for about an hour each week, 4 weeks out of the month. And then, I'll archive it and kind of build on it. I also, the price point's really low right now. And so that, of course, will increase as I get email funnels. And I think I'm going to move platforms. So I've been researching some platforms for that. And then I also had this like massive download for a whole different type of EFT practice, like process, I guess. So I'm building that out too, like a little slower, because I need to test it first. And but I'm super excited about that. And it was definitely, when you get those downloads and it's not you, and then you're just kind of, yeah. So it'll tie into that. And yeah, so I'm just feeling like really full right now and need to get some things out. But yeah,
It's so much fun. You keep getting drawn back into it, right? Like especially when you work from home, it's like, okay, I'm gonna take a break. And then 2 minutes later you find yourself back in doing stuff. It's
yes,
Yes. Oh, that's so fantastic. And I love how they came to you and like you're creating space not only within you, but in your house. Like that's the energetics of that feng shui and clearing debris. It's like as soon as you clear the stuff out and make space, people come and people want you. So, and ideas come. So I love it. That sounds fabulous. And you know what, Heather? That's I'm finding, and maybe the rest of you can talk about this too in your own businesses. It's like I'm finding that people just want to gather. Like
yeah,
they don't even really care about the topic. Can we just be together and talk, right? So, I mean, they do care about the topic, but I mean, it's more, you don't have to have anything so structured. You just create the space, right? I love it. Fantastic. Thanks, Heather. Oh, good luck. You have to keep us posted
I
on
will.
how it goes.
Yeah,
Because sometimes that can just blossom. Hmm.
yes, yeah, unexpected. I was just wanting to do my art, sell my art, and, grade EFT homework assignments and do that. But here I am.
Well, maybe take something else off the plate.
Yeah.
And that too is something that I've done. I been working for a company called Mastrius out of Calgary. They work worldwide with groups of artists and um, so master artists, like really, really fabulous artists. And I work with the artist. I co-facilitate their program within, and we have a group of like usually about 8 people and meet once a month. Well, actually twice. Once with the master artist for 2 hours and get homework, and then once we meet for an hour together without the artist, and it's just me kind of facilitating. And I've been with them since 2019, and it's been fantastic. Lots of learning. So, my last group was with Artist Goodwin, who's down South Alabama, I think. Um, just an amazing artist. And we just finished the beginning of of November, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I think I'm done. I'm not gonna do this anymore because my plate's full and yeah, they paid me a bit, but not a whole lot. And I don't have time to promote their business on top of mine. So yeah, I can continue with artists if I want. But yeah, it's just like clearing that space off my plate. It feels really good to let that go. It was a hard decision, but um, it's time to let it go and make space for something else. Okay. Anybody else? Nancy, how's it going?
It's good. I was holding back because I feel like I'm the one that always breaks the silence. Um, I'm flying high today,
Huh? What's
and yeah, thank you, Janice, for sending that recording. Although I sat in silence this morning, and I thought of you, Lara, because I know that's how you meditate. And I had a download, and I wrote it, which I usually do, and then I said, who is this? And I heard Zara, and I was like, Zara, that's my daughter's cat. You know what I mean? It was like, that's so weird. So of course I had to look it up. And is there a high priestess Zara? Well, that was scary. That was kind of like a dark thing. And then I said, well, how about a goddess, Zara? And I did. I found an Inca goddess, Zara, and it's abundance and fertility and harvest. And I was like, whoa. So, um, things are unfolding for me that I didn't expect. I don't know if I shared this last week, but I had this meditation, and it said you're on a pathway to wellness, and that was a name of a place given to me the day before in the town that I want to live in. And so I reached out. I went to their website and I reached out and I met with her this morning, and I I just can't believe it. I'm still like shocked, but our energy was so together. I'm going to start offering things in the beginning, because it is a hike for me to get there. Um, I'm just going to pay to advertise in their newsletter and get their people to know who I am and what I have to offer. But I'm going to set up 2 Reiki trainings in January, because those will just be one-day events, and I'll just go up and do the training and then come back. And then I'm just letting spirit guide me on what I need to offer. And so all week I have, as many light workers have, I've been troubleshooting and guiding and being a presence for those who need it. And I had, coming back from the retreat in October, I really felt called to offer a day retreat here, and no one is signing up. I mean, it just isn't happening. Until this morning, right after that meditation, I had a call from a next door neighbor. And all week I've been saying, yeah, I really need to move out of this area. I need to find a new group of people to be with. A neighbor right next door called me and said, is there still space in your retreat? So I'm like, I guess it's not closed yet. I mean, it's getting to the point where I have to make a decision on whether I'm going to offer it or not. But it's like spirit saying, yeah, don't close that door yet. So I'll see where it goes. It's just interesting, and I finished my vision and my higher power statement. So I feel good about that. I've got
Yay.
2 things. I did all the preliminary work, but I hadn't done those 2 things. So I've done those 2. And man, this portion is awesome and very well structured. I just feel like pressured with time. And so, I'm because I too am in those other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't add creative frequency, and you're in that too. So, it's
Yeah.
like I'm just trying to balance all of it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I get
And
you.
at the
Yeah.
same time, jump on these opportunities, right? It's like, there's no room for just pausing. You just have to keep going with the flow. Just like Heather said, they kept coming to you. And so
Yeah.
you got to keep moving.
And I think we're going to find that more and more. Like, so, I mean, and being able to balance our own energy is important, but
Mhm.
that is so exciting for you. And I was thinking as you were talking, I'm like, and we're going to open the portal to all those people coming. Take your
Thank you.
crystal, open a portal. Whoops, dropped it. And sit and vision in to how you would feel if they're all there. It was a fabulous day. They're all going, "Oh, thank you. This was exactly what I needed. Oh my gosh, when's the next one?" Like just feel into that, feel that excitement, because that's the magnet that will bring them in too.
Okay.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what we want to stay in, that high frequency, because that excited energy that you got this morning, and then the phone call came. Like,
Yeah.
it's as easy as that when we stay in that high frequency. Yeah. And Laura's nodding her head. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, Nancy. Were you done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Oh, perfect. Okay, Laura, how are you doing? You look great today. You look so like your face looks like you're glowing or something. Your hair, I like
It,
that.
it must be that I basically just thought, oh, I haven't grabbed that wig in a while.
I like that on you. Yeah.
Truthfully know that again, apologies about why I was late. I do this a lot being in my treatment after I eat lunch, I fall asleep. And I had fallen asleep and then I was like, do I have something? Oh my God, what time it is? So I hurried up and threw a wig on. But um I I know we're not supposed to say I'm behind, but I'm behind in a lot of this. Looking forward to catching up and going through more of the material and like where I left off with kind of like where Nancy was with the Mystic Biz. Um, yeah, my focus has more been on, I had my meeting with my doctor for an hour yesterday. I had my MRI results back. So my focus has been more on that, but I have tons of ideas coming to me business wise. I had a really good meditation session this morning and then a free journaling thing where like all these different ideas were coming to me, which was really cool. I received the box of Oracle cards in the mail that I told you guys about. And I was like shocked
Yeah.
at how many, it's this huge box all full of Oracle cards. Like there's so many, it's amazing. So, um, yes, but I need to get back to all the Mystic Biz stuff and like where I left off on all that. So,
And I guess you'll be giving oracle readings online.
it's funny because that came to me because I had not been one that ever did that online before but I was like, okay, I have so many now. Like, what am I going to do with all of these? So I'll definitely, I don't know if I'm going to put them in my Facebook group. I'm going to actually change my Facebook group, but, or if I'll just do them live or I don't know, but I'm definitely going to be doing something with them. I'm also working on my own Oracle card decks. So that's,
Oh,
that's
nice.
cool. But
Good job. Oh, you sound really vibrant today, like renewed energy.
I feel like there's a ton of stuff I want to do over the weekend, and there's a lot of stuff I'm excited to do. But I have that, so I guess my energy is like between, oh my gosh, I'm behind, that kind of thought, and there's so many things that I'm excited about though, and excited to work on. So
Yeah, nice. Well, and I understand that feeling of being behind. 'Cause I've been trying to catch up and stay on top of things because I do find that when you get so far behind, like when you can't make it to live group gatherings and then you've got to listen to the replay, it's like it's very easy to get
right.
out of the loop. I get it. But yeah, don't put pressure on yourself in this program. It's like you can go back and do it again later.
Well, one of the things that I've been telling myself ever since this diagnosis is just going back and telling myself that like wherever I am is fine. Whatever I get done or don't get done is fine. And yeah, totally at least trying to remind myself to take that pressure off myself. It was like that yesterday. I felt like after I got back, I wanted to do for my doctor's appointment and did the dog walk. I wanted to do all this stuff. And then I just got tired and that was like it for the rest of my night. But reminding myself that it'll all get done and wherever I am is totally fine. And yeah, just to respect where I am. And also, Nancy, I wanted to say, if I wasn't in my chemotherapy still, I would drive up there and and participate in your retreat with you. So she doesn't
Yeah,
live too far from me and I've been there. So
nice. Oh, that would have been great. What are you offering in your retreat, Nancy? Just to clarify that for everyone.
It's called Embody Your Light. a sacred journey to peace, to inner peace.
Mm.
And so I really just wanted to offer what you were saying is needed, and is a place for community, for women to start to find a place that's safe, where they can gather and just whatever, just to go in and connect to their divine spark. That, I think, is in the busyness of life. I think that's the peace that people know it's there and they don't know how to get there. And
Yeah.
so I, by starting with, just giving them a day of connecting to that, and then offering them simple practices that they can do in 5 minutes or 10 minutes at home. So it would include yoga, embodiment, movement, meditation, obviously creative practices, and yeah, nourishing food,
Yeah. And don't forget to have your book out for sale.
I'm running out now, which is it's a good thing, but it's not. It's like I need to make a decision, and that's on a back burner.
Yeah, I hear
You
you.
know,
I'm all-
do I revise it, or do I reprint it, or do I just let it be online?
Yeah, no, you need to keep it going.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
There is a
I think-
chapter in there that speaks to that groundedness and the lack of it. That was a lot of what I was dealing with clients this week, is that they're scattered, after everything that transpired. And so, just bringing them back into that grounded, and that there is a chapter in there
Yeah.
about facing fear and dealing with that.
Yeah, and how powerful is that to have that sitting out as a credibility for you at your retreat too?
Yeah, yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Thank
Good.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Summer, so good to have you here. How are you doing?
I'm not good.
No, what's going on?
So I've spent the week holding space for other people with everything with the election and all that. Um, and then also just trying to hold space for myself, and it's been hard.
Hmm.
So that's been my main priority right now.
Hmm. And are you like feeling tired? Is that you just need some time to recover here, or having a hard
Um,
time getting into the higher perspective?
oh, I am completely tuned out of that right now. I'm kind of alternating between like rage and disassociation.
Hmm.
Um, so I just kind of tuned in because I need some calming and I want to, I guess, reground myself, like Nancy was just saying. Um, but most of my clients are absolutely terrified, and trying not to carry that energy into my life is very hard.
Yeah. And did you get a chance to listen to the replay from, because I just got it out this morning. Sorry about that.
No, I've been in session all day. I actually had my last one literally was ended at 3. So like,
Okay.
I like made the time to carve this hour out for myself, which
That's
I think
good.
was a good thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay, so remembering that, like go back and listen to our replay
Mhm.
from last week or from the other day, because there was some good stuff in there and a good meditation to sink into that'll help bring you up. And remember that where we're going to sit, the frequency that we're going to be in is always our choice. That we have the choice to be there, to replay the stories that keep us there, or we have the choice to soften, to bring in more compassion for yourself, because a lot of times when we're sitting in the, this, I'm so angry, I'm frustrated, I'm like fearful of what's going to happen. And And then we're at the same time beating ourselves up about that. You know, it's like feeling guilty for having those feelings, feeling shameful, feeling like I shouldn't have this, I shouldn't have this. So just bringing in more love, like go into that deep space and let the love pour in and allow that love to do the shifting for you instead of the human self trying to say, okay, we got to pick ourselves up. We got to pull it together. We got to be positive. We got to stay strong, right? It's like, let's not put that weight on our shoulders. Let's just come into a space of pure love. Imagine that pure love pouring in and let it soften your heart, let it do its work through your body, through your energy field, and stay there as long as you need to. I also, yeah, just did actually, you're not in the sanctuary. So in the sanctuary, it was, if you go back to my page, my Facebook group or Instagram to Monday morning's meditation, there's a really nice meditation and download around releasing anxiety. And so, and a channeling that came through on that too. So that might be helpful too. Okay. So I will leave that with you and hope that helps you. Robin, hello. Thank you for your patience, my friend.
Hello. Like somebody said, they needed to just step away from all of this. And I'm doing other things too. So last week, that's exactly what I did. My daughter and I went to Yosemite and then we went to Fresno and just left all my class stuff here. Mainly because like last Tuesday, I want to say, um, talk about coincidence. My daughter, who's an addict, had an appointment in Boise, which is 2 hours away, for mental health. And I'm like, okay, I'll take you. I'll take my boundary down for this one day. But it was so coincidental. So my ex was in an accident, had a head injury, um, like probably 18 years ago. Her appointment was in the exact same building, in the exact same room. So I was able to be like, oh, that's really funny, people. Thank you very much. And I just happened to have a dragon in my car and some sage. And so I went through that building and left behind everything. So that was fun. It was really good because then I was able to be like, oh, this is what I want to do, is to take people that are grieving. And it doesn't have to be like the death of a child or a parent or whatever, but it could be just the death of divorce. So that's a new beginning, an ending to something. So that helped me kind of pull things together, I guess. Yeah. So then when Mike and I were in Yosemite, we, I don't know if you've ever been to Yosemite. Is anybody? It's a beautiful place. And I think it's just the time of the year. There was nobody there. They don't have any signs like, here's the Welcome Center, and so we came to this fork and I was looking down trying to figure out where we were. And she took the wrong turn. And not necessarily the wrong turn, but we knew it would get us out of Yosemite. And she's like, Mom, where do we go? And I'm like, I don't know, Mike, just use your intuition. And So we're conversing back to me saying that, and we look at the road, and in front of us is a bear that is running across the road. And we're like, okay, we're on the right path here. It was just a little black bear. Well, we don't know if it was a baby or not, but anyway, we stopped to see if we could see it. Well, we didn't stop because we didn't want it. So slowly drove by where it would have been nowhere in sight. So it was just really nice to be able to say that. So our thing now is just follow your intuition. So I am going to be doing a workshop, and it is called what do we name it? Fire Tears, and it's on grief. So we're going to do like yoga therapy, and then do some painting on grief to help them do that, and then we'll end with yoga therapy. So we'll see how that goes.
That's awesome. When are you offering that?
It's in December 2nd. We're
Okay.
going to actually do it on the Day of the Dead, but we decided not to do it on that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I
and
love that.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Well, I was going to say the reason we called it Fire of Tears is because I have a painting that I did for grief, and it's got the fire coming up and I don't know, the rain coming down to put the fire out. So,
Oh my gosh. So powerful. And I was going to say, I love the title, Fire Tears. I don't know, Robin, did you share your story of grief with everyone here, or do you want to just fill them in?
oh.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. It's funny because I'm holding an emerald. I was sitting here and I just saw my emerald and I grabbed it and I'm holding it, and it's like all emerald is a stone of release, and that's kind of
Yeah.
cool. And we're talking about that in so many different ways here, right? Release, releasing, letting go,
Yeah. Well,
decluttering.
I have a lot of portals. Almost all my paintings have a portal in them, in some form.
Well,
So,
and I feel like it's just about, this releasing and making space as some new energies are coming through the portals, right? I mean,
yeah.
you don't have to be too smart to figure that out. But
Yeah.
yeah, so. Ah, so my gosh, so much going on. I'm so grateful that we're all here together to connect this kind of, web forming of connections here between us. And I really feel like thank you, Nancy, for writing that in the chat, because like Summer, you need to know you're not alone. And we're here, right? Like we're all here. There's a reason why you're in this group, and I'm so glad you came. Um, and there's so much wisdom right here. And I know I kind of know your stories more than you know each other's stories, but there's so much divine feminine wisdom here that can be shared and offered between us. So, like allow that to build and allow yourself to receive support, because we need to. We can't be like, I love that, Robin, you have Micah there and the two of you, she's doing the workshop with you. Yeah, because you said we
No,
oh,
no, it's a yoga therapist. So and
okay.
she's also a life coach.
Nice.
So we'll kind of we're both so aware of maybe how somebody may, you know, we'll be watching them very closely.
Yeah,
We'll put it
no,
that
it's beautiful to have that co-facilitation is what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But no, Micah's would like to do like the yoga therapy and the art and then add that shadow work in that Micah does.
Mhm.
So that's kind of in the future type thing.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to get on here to share the slideshow with you guys and go through it quickly. It's pretty straightforward. It is all about your uh, soul aligned clients, but it really helps you begin to hone into, well, what exactly am I offering and who am I offering it to? Um, and what can I offer? Like really hone into, hey, maybe I need to, if I'm not already, maybe I need to start, you know, doing more here with my beautiful gifts. Sorry, I got to find a place for this to be out of the way. Okay, so just a little quote here that your soul aligned client is who you connect with heart to heart. You feel her, you were her, you know her pain, and you deeply know how you can help her. The underworld journey, you guys know this, like the underworld journey that we've been on or that we're walking through is helping us become stronger and wiser. And we gain so much wisdom that we can share. And that is how we call in that soul aligned client. So we started to talk a little bit about niching last day, and how it's like, do I have to niche? What, really? And really you don't. But in the beginning, it's really helpful to hone in your own idea of exactly what it is that you're offering, because the more focused and honed in you can be, it's just like, taking a flashlight and narrowing that light until it gets to be really precise, and you can go, okay, this is what I'm doing. And the stronger that you are in your understanding of this is what I'm doing, then the stronger the energy exudes out of you and magnetizes people in. And I want to say too on that, your mind sends a signal out, right? Your mind sends a signal out to the universe. This is what I'm doing. Your energy magnetizes and attracts the manifestations, people, situations into you. So you'll see that every time you get really clear about what I'm going to do, just like Nancy is super excited because she's like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. And then all of a sudden people come in, the attraction rises. When you try to speak to everyone, you become too spread out. Your energy gets unfocused. You don't need everyone. You just need her or him, like that one client, right? One client at a time or small groups at a time. You're not trying to solve every problem they have, just their one biggest pain point. Um, this is just clear focus, right? When you have clear focus, you call in perfect clients that are ready for you. So when you look at who your soul aligned client is, and many marketing professionals, and I've done this many times with marketers, it's like, well, who's your client avatar? So it's like you create an imaginary person that is that person that would love what you have to give, that wants to come, that is excited to come and learn from you, that is excited to pay you because you are going to help her. How old is your client? What's going on in her world? What's her biggest pain point? Describe her life. What does she look like? So what I did for this, and I don't know if I said this already, but I actually had a friend who fit perfectly as my client avatar. And I just imagined her. And I wasn't marketing to her. She's never taken any of my programs. She's just a friend. But I looked at her and I went, like, that's the person I know I can help, right? But they have to want it. So she wasn't wanting it, but she was the age, she was like eager to learn. Just everything about her in her life was exactly like, I can help you. I know I can help you, right? So she became my avatar. So you can create one. You can even cut someone out of a magazine and say, this is my avatar. Kind of like Lululemon had two avatars, a girl and a guy, and they actually had names when Lululemon first started marketing. They actually had names, and they used those same two people in every commercial or advertisement, and it became almost like an unfolding story for people to follow. Does that make sense to you guys? And sometimes it's like, okay, I don't need to do this, but it will really help you, actually. It will really help you because when you look at like how old are they and it's not locking into just that age of people because you'll get all the others too. You'll have overflow that will come in, but the more focused you are, the more your light radiates out. And did you post something? No. Oh, you use ChatGPT. That's a great idea. Yeah. If you haven't used ChatGPT, it's amazingly helpful. So all you have to do is Google ChatGPT and sign in, and you can start to talk to an avatar. You can start to talk to AI and tell them what you do and say, create an avatar for me, a perfect client avatar, and it will. It's like in 2 seconds. It's amazing. Okay, so if your soul aligned client was single moms, because you're like, I know I can help single moms, right? Um, her biggest pain point might be struggling to be a good parent while juggling work, money, and everything. She is probably feeling afraid of being unsupported forever. Like, I'm never going to find anyone. I've got these 3 kids who would want to marry me, worrying her children may be emotionally scarred from divorce, all of that. And then what is she longing for in her heart? She wants to feel empowered. She wants to fall in love again, creating new and improved life by reclaiming who she truly is. Like she wants to be in her power. So this kind of helps you hone into speaking to single moms, right? If it was, and these are just examples here, and you can put in anything that you want, like whatever client you're reaching towards, like change it up, right? If you're like talking to, for me, it was like the burned out woman or entrepreneur a lot of times because I was there. I'd done it so many times, right? She's so tired of the treadmill and struggle. She's lost the excitement and hope. It's like, I'm working so hard, but things aren't manifesting and I'm losing my faith in the universe, right? She's living in fear of tomorrow, of things going sideways and, all of it falling apart. She's disheartened, lost hope. And what she wants is to feel hope and a new path. She wants to feel it all to be worth it. She wants to feel empowered with her dreams again. So when you are speaking in your marketing, you're speaking to that. You're speaking to that pain point and then offering her hope. So in marketing, it's really good to have an idea of what's their biggest problem. What is it that's holding them back? What's their biggest pain? Tell them, like, so that they know you see them, and then here's what I'm going to do for you. Like, here's how we can turn this around, right? Yes, manifesting does work, but there's something there that's blocking you from moving forward, and we're going to uncover that and clear that away so that you can move forward. You can have, all the work that you're putting into your business will start to be rewarded and it will start to come through. So you guys can read through the chart. I'm not going to read through it, but does that make sense? Because the next page is kind of your opportunity to use it for your own ideas. So your own clients, your soul aligned client could be, and somebody struggling with a relationship or whatever you're doing, right? Somebody struggling with a health issue, somebody struggling with, I don't know what to believe in anymore. I haven't figured that out. And just try and fill this chart in by using the other one as an example, and it will help you get clear in your marketing to that person. Okay. And then the next part of this is like when somebody says, well, what do you do? What do you do in your business? What do you offer? Getting really clear about what you do is helpful. And I have this pinned on my bulletin board in my office here because I keep forgetting, because I get so caught up in all the other little things that I do, that when somebody says, what do you do? Oh, a lot. You struggle. So being able to practice this and memorize it, narrow it down so that you can, it's your elevator pitch, right? See somebody and they go, so what do you do? Oh, I mentor women into remembering their inner wisdom and empowerment through creative flow or through creativity so that they can create a life of their dreams. And the goal is to have them go, oh, that sounds interesting. Like, tell me more. Well, I have this program, right? So, your goal is to, narrow that down. I mentor women to deepen their soul alignment so that they truly believe and take courageous steps forward into the life of their dreams. That's another one I wrote down. Instead of I help, I mentor. And so there are examples, and then there's a template for you to fill in yours. So the examples here, you can say I teach women, sorry, I always focus on women, but because that's what I do. But you could say I teach people who are experiencing midlife loss of hope, how to access the power of their creative flow so that they can design a life of their dreams. So you're looking at who are you mentoring or teaching? What's going on in their life? What are they struggling with? And so that is always in there, so that they can rise up, so that they can feel empowered or step into their empowerment, so that they can feel more balanced and secure when craziness is going on around them, right? This one's really good too. The last two are really good. In marketing, it really helps. I help women who struggle with their hormones to feeling like their younger selves again in 90 days or less. So if you can put a time period in there, I help people create a soulful practice that brings them into their empowerment in 6 weeks or less. So I could say that for my Reclaim Your Wisdom, Reclaim Your Radiance program. It's a 6-week program, right? So when you say that, it gives people a like, oh, there's an end. There's an end in sight. Okay, tell me more, right? I like that. You can help me declutter my house in 21 days. Yes. I have a 4-step program that takes entrepreneurs struggling with accomplishing their tasks to a more organized, flowing workspace that helps them increase their efficiency in their business, get things done, and have time left over every day for relaxation with their family and friends. Yeah. So that is very cool. And I really like, you know, Summer, that you work with clients already. Do you have something like a 4-step program that you could offer like people so that it is like, first we're going to do this, then we're going to do that, then we're going to do this, and the end is here. So keep that in mind. And that's kind of like, you know what? We will hire. I just hired a bookkeeper, you guys. That's one reason my week was so crazy, was getting her all set up and online. Took a lot of time and organization, but now she's set up. And oh my God, I can't believe how much this is going to help me. I'm so excited. It's just so fun to have time freed up for you for other things. And she kept saying to me, okay, so as part of your team, I'll do this, this, and this. And I'm like, I have a team. I like it. Oh, my team is growing. This is just the beginning this year. All right. We all want hope. We all want hope. That doesn't matter where you are right now. If somebody could come in and say, something like offer you something that gives you hope, are you open to that? Will you go, yeah, I am open to allowing this. I am open to this. Let me come along. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so excited to have somebody take some of this weight off my shoulders. Give me peace by telling me that, you know what? You're normal. This is okay. You're normal. Everybody struggles with this. You know, there's so many people I know that struggle with anxiety, but you are not anxiety. You are just experiencing it, and there is light, right? So, yeah. So you have a template there that you can use to help you get your elevator pitch. And it would be really great. And sometimes you're like, oh, but I offer so many different things. What's the main one? See if you can narrow it down to one elevator pitch and put it in there. And maybe put it put it in our group if you want to share it, and if you want to help tweaking it at all, just put it in our Facebook group and we can all help each other with that. I forgot to switch those. Sorry. I had them on my desk. Okay, so the energy under niching. Okay, sorry, let me back that up in case you guys don't have it printed off in front of you. So these were the examples of the statements that I was talking about. So the last two bullets were the ones with the 90 days or less and the 4-step program idea. So you can copy any of this and tweak it to your specific offering. Okay. And then this was the template where you can add your own thoughts in there, create your own elevator pitch. Who are you helping, and what are they struggling with, and the feeling, and how are you going to help them? So the energy under niching is how you create containers for your clients, and you get to create from your heart and soul your way. So remember, I said this is about the underlying energetic foundation. You guys are all very familiar with the flower of life, correct? Yeah. And how it grows, like from the sphere to the Vesica Pisces tripod, and keeps going to the seed of life and then over to the flower of life here, right? I show this because sometimes people aren't familiar with it. And what I used for this program was the Metatron's Cube to actually create my programs and lay them out. So here is what I did with it. So building my client base, because I was like, I want it all contained in these beautiful qualities of alignment, love, grace, abundance, beauty, and expansiveness. Like that's my focus in life. And that's what I desire to help everyone else move through. And so soulfully aligned women is in the center. And then around in the pink are all the different programs I offer. So I used the Metatron's Cube as a template, and I thought about, well, how do I help them connect? And how do I help, how do I do good, right? My app programs, my Mystic Biz, the Soulfully Aligned Entrepreneur, which we'll go through later. So I started kind of putting all my programs in, and it really helps me organize everything that I offer into one space. And you can also see if you put it in alignment, like with my alignment, under alignment is one-on-one coaching and soul retrievals, right? And my app programs. These are all things that help them come into alignment and bring more abundance into their life. And so you can also see, well, where could I fill a hole if they need more abundance in their life? It's not, if their alignment isn't working well, then it's probably that line of connection between love and abundance, right? And so what could I offer in that to help them open up to more love? Because as they open up to more pure love and support and receiving, they will see more abundance in their life. And so I have different programs for that. How to bring in more money, that sort of thing. Any questions on that? Okay. And then I listed out and I have a template for you guys in here too. So some of my offerings, what is its purpose? What is its message? And again, this I go back to help me with marketing, right? So the Soulfully Aligned Creative Mystic certification, well, that's for people who are ready to unveil their gifts, consciously create and bring it out into the world. This is for the people that say, yeah, I know that I'm a mystic and I want to enhance it, and then I want to take it out into the world, right? And I do have my price point and the potential. Like I would love to get to 12 people in this program every time I run it. And so right now I'm at 7, and I am visioning in that the next group will be 12. I can offer some of these programs separately on their own, which I have done, or do the one-on-one coaching, soul retrievals, clearing debris through forgiveness, right? These are all the different programs, and I'm really clear on who I'm serving in there. Clearing debris through forgiveness for the woman who's ready to clear away the guilt, shame, and blame of her past so that she can become a more powerful creator, a more powerful manifester. Like the one who's hitting glass ceilings and saying, enough of this, I'm ready to move on. Let's go. Let it go. Okay. Then let me catch up here. There's for you a template. There is your template to create, or you can make your own, right? Okay, so this one is about create your soul aligned avatar. Think about who you're serving, who's your perfect client, what would draw them into you. Identify your possible niche groups. Create your client mission statement or your elevator pitch, you could say, right? Identify all your offerings, create your Metatron's cube of energy and how your offerings fit in and what would you potentially like to offer one day. And maybe, you would like to have a bigger membership group, that was your bread and butter for, like, all of you could offer that. Offer a monthly membership group, and it could be you meet every week, or maybe you just meet twice a week or twice a month or once a month, and then you meet again the next month and you have things to offer within there, and that becomes, you start to grow that, and that becomes your foundational income, right? And just continue to narrow down your first offer if you're still in the first, if you're first offering things. Some of you have been doing this for a while, so. And there's some affirmations and journal prompts are in here. So I'm speaking to the hearts of those I'm called to serve. I get to create my business my way. Please remember that. Doesn't have to be like anyone else. I get to choose the path of least resistance. It gets to be easy. So this is where we oftentimes start to get entangled with the ideas of like, oh, this is gonna be hard. I gotta do all this social media stuff, and oh my God, it's gonna be complicated. And it doesn't have to be that way. It could be as easy as like Heather has 6 people come to her and say, hey, this is what we need, and she creates it and it's done. So it gets to be easy if you want to believe that your beliefs and the way you see yourself and your beliefs are so powerful for your manifestations. If you don't see yourself as a leader, you're not going to attract anyone else. If you don't see yourself as somebody that is soulfully aligned, how are you going to lead others into that? So work on you, work on your beliefs about you, and then move into like this if you're not there yet. And some journal prompts, like what's your first offer? And this one overlaps from last month. Like, what is it that you would love to create and offer? Who needs this? Who do you desire to create it for? Why is it needed? How will it change her or his life? And why is this so important? Because we want to create positive, raise the consciousness of the world, right? Like that's ultimately what we're doing here. And coming back to this over and over and over to refine, to hone, to get really clear. I do this all the time. You don't know how many times I've sat down and gone, okay, what exactly is soulfully aligned women doing, right? Because you get so caught up in everything that you're doing and offering that you're not like you get loosey goosey again on your focus. So bring it back in and go, okay. And so I created the, soulfully aligned women is about source, soul, heart, and human. Like that helped me stay focused. Source, soul, heart, human. That's what we do. And I could talk about each of those points, but it helped me kind of remember, oh yeah, what do I do again? I don't know. I do a lot. I know there's creativity in there and empowerment and soulfully aligned, right? But just keep getting clear on what you're doing and what you want to offer. And as you grow, everything will shift and change and grow in the most beautiful, natural way that it's supposed to. My avatar has changed, and that's perfectly good because I've changed since I started. So you get to do it your way. You get to shift and change and grow. You're not putting yourself in a box. You get to decide when you're ready for change. So it's your business. All right. Questions, comments, thoughts, anything, you guys? All right. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for pulling this all together in such a, I love, so far, I said this last time, but I love how you've designed the program. It just, it all makes sense. It is overwhelming. This business part is overwhelming, but it makes so much sense to do it in the order that you have laid it out. So
Oh,
thank you.
thank
Thank you for
you.
that.
You're so welcome. Yeah, as much as I'm a creative, I need linear structure. I really do. It keeps me from wandering off into other little mini circles. So, yeah. All right. And please reach out if there's any questions or you need anything. If you need to chat more, you know I'm here. Right. All right. Okay. Have a great weekend. We have Monday as a holiday here. Do you guys get Remembrance Day? Do you celebrate Remembrance Day there? Yes, Heather. Yeah.
What's Remembrance Day?
November 11th is the day we honor our ancestors for being in the wars.
Oh, okay. We call it Veterans Day.
Veterans Day, right? That's right.
Yeah.
When do you have it?
Same day,
Is it okay?
11.
Perfect. And do you have the day off? Or no? It's a holiday here. When it lands on a weekday, it's a holiday. So there's no school and no work for most people. Yeah. Okay. Well,
My husband works for the county, so because he works like government, he actually gets the day off. But most
oh,
people in America probably wouldn't.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.